Okay, I'm going to create some videos here to help you out through those first 2 lessons before spring break, in case you were confused. So this is going to be your day 2 AMI graphing. The very first thing that I was asking you to do is find the slope of a line that passes through 2 points. And remember, we have talked about this this year. That's the change of our y's over change of our slopes, of our x's, sorry. So remember, this is your x value, this is your y value, this is your x value, this is your y value. So I take my y value, 9, and change of means subtract. So 9 minus my second y value, which is 18. Then I divide that, where now we're going to look at our x values. So I have 4 minus our other x value, which is 7. If you notice, 4, 9 is an ordered pair, and it's lined up together here. 7, 18 is an ordered pair, and that's what's lined up here. So make sure when you do this, you keep your ordered pairs together. So 9 minus 18, I get negative 9. 4 minus 7 is negative 3. 2 negatives make a positive. So 9 divided by 3 is 3. So you would put your answer as 3 there. Okay. Next, I don't know why that's there. All right, next. Again, we have an x value, y value, x value, y value. So change of y's over change of x's. So my first y value is 10. Subtract it with my second y value, which is 10, over my first x value is negative 3, minus my second x value is negative 15. Don't count that subtraction sign as your negative. So 10 minus 10 is 0. Negative 3 minus negative 15, which, remember, keep change, or 2 negatives make a positive. So really this is negative 3 plus 15. So we get 0 over 12. Well, 0 divided by anything, remember the sign in my room? If we have something like this, that means okay. So that is 0. Remember, if you get something like this, like if we got 12 over 0, that's like saying no, and that is undefined. Okay, so remember these that I have posted in my room whenever y'all were in there. Okay, so that's how you do the first part of the AMI graphing. Then it's asking you to draw a line representing the rise. So what that's telling you is click on the graph, and you're going to find a good point. So you're going to click on the graph, and that's going to be your rise, and then find another good point and draw your rise, and then your run. So you actually have to click on the graph to calculate this, and then state the slope in simplest form. Well, I went up 1, and I went over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if it's rise over run, I went up 1 over 5. Remember, this is up and down, and this one's side to side. But you have to do this part on your graph, or it won't let you. I got another one down here of that same one. So again, make sure you find 2 good points. So if you look at a graph, see how this one's not a good point? Because what you want is an intersection of all 4 corners. Okay, where it's actually like you went over 3 up 2. You want one that's actually intersecting with all 4 corners to be a good point. So I like just to start at a point on the graph and go through it. There's a good point. And then keep following it up. And there's a good point. So then you want to draw. There's my rise. There's my run. So I went up 1, 2, 3. Run 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1 went up, 1 went to the right, so that's both positive ways. So my rise comes first, 3 over 4. Alright, so that's the second part of what it's asking y'all to do. The last thing that y'all were supposed to do on day 2 was actually graph. So remember, when you graph, this is your y-intercept, and this is where you start. So it's a positive 3 y-intercept, so I put a point at 3. And then I use my slope. Everything's positive, so up and right, up and right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. So here would be my graph. You start with your y-intercept. Okay, I've got one more of those I'm going to do. Okay, again, this one, this is my y-intercept. So this time I have negative 3. Y-axis, negative 3. Put a point. This is my slope. Since there's not a denominator, I just put it over 1. Everything's positive, so that means up and to the right. So right here, up 2, to the right 1. Up 2, to the right 1. And there would be my line. All right, so I'm hoping that helps some of you guys that were getting stuck on the graphing. Again, watch this many times as you need to, but you've got to get this submitted and get it turned in.